Hello, Hoffman Hawks. We are going to be doing an online lesson learning about a research model called Big Six. So let's get right into it. I am Mrs. Kirk and I am the school librarian. I will be working with your fourth grade team of teachers. And our goal is to help you be able to create a quality research paper. And the first step that I will do in this process is explain to you what Big Six is. So our objective will be, I can identify and apply the Big Six model in order to complete my research project. Let's go ahead and look at the standards that we will base this lesson off of. There are 4 different standards that we will use. The first one is our state standard, the Texas Essential Knowledge Skills Resource for 4th grade 4.24. Under that standard, students determine, locate, and explore the full range of relevant sources, addressing a research question, and systematically record the information they gather. So with that is how the Big Six will help you. It will help you be able to attain each one of those steps by helping you to determine, locate, and explore all the information that you're gathering for your research topic. The next standard that we will also look at falls under the ISTE standards, the ISTE standards, and under that one we will really focus more on the students' plan and employ effective research strategies to locate information and other resources for their intellectual creative pursuits. Well, that is exactly what you're going to do in this research project. You will use the Big Six as a research strategy, and in the use of that strategy, you will be gathering information and other resources to create your final project. The third resource, or the third standard that you will use, is the Common Core standard that this lesson relates to. And under the Common Core standard, it states, recall relevant information from experiences or gather relevant information from print and digital sources. Take notes and categorize information and provide a list of sources. In your research process, you are going to have to gather information, both digital and print, and you are going to create a list so that you can decide which sources are going to be relevant to the project that you are making. So all of the things that you need to do in the standards, the Big Six model will help you achieve your goals. Lastly, the standard for the 2018 AASL is under the Curate, and that one is making critical choices about information sources to use. One of the things in a research project is that you will have a lot of sources at your disposal, but you have to be able to evaluate each resource and determine if that resource is critical to your project. Some resources you find, you will discover that it doesn't provide you with the information you need, and you should select a different resource. Now, with all of that talk about the different standards that the Big Six research model will support, let's take a very brief look at what is the Big Six. Now, I will go into more detail during the actual lesson of each component of the Big Six. But to give you an overall understanding, the Big Six is a research model that's going to help you be able to plan out your research project in a way where it is easy for you to do. So it's going to be step by step, 6 steps, to help you break it down and not make it feel so big and so overwhelming. So each step in the process will direct you or lead you closer to being able to turn in a finished and quality project. Now, I know research projects are nothing new by the time that you reach 4th grade. But at this point, your teachers and I want to make sure that we lay down a foundation for you of being able to do quality research projects. And for that matter, that is why we are going to do a lesson on the Big Six research model. But first, I do want to have an understanding of what you already know. So there is a pre-assessment that I have put together and you will complete in order to give me an idea of how much information do you already know about the research process. Spoiler alert, you might see this pre-assessment again at the end of the lesson. Maybe. So to wrap this up, this was just our introduction into our online lesson for the Big Six research model. So in this lesson, you are going to learn the details and the steps that are included in the Big Six model. Before we continue with the lesson, you will go and do your pre-assessment tests. That way I know what information you still need, what information you may still be wondering about. I did create a handout to help you throughout your research project that gives you an outline of the steps for the Big Six model that you can go back to in case you get stuck on one of the steps. And then once our lesson has been completed, there will be a conclusion video that I would like for you to watch at the end. So I'm excited. Your 4th grade team is ready, and with the team and us in the library, we are going to have an amazing time helping you create your research project.